Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, ever find yourself sort of stuck when someone asks, so what are you doing this weekend?
Happens all the time, right?
Totally. So today we're going to zero in on that exact topic, talking about your weekend plans in English.
Yeah.
And our goal isn't just, the absolute basics. We want to give you some really useful native sounding words and phrases.
And maybe some grammar pointers too.
Exactly, grammar tips to help you sound more confident in just, well, everyday chats.
Think of it as like a shortcut.
Yeah, an express route to sounding more fluent when someone asks about Saturday or Sunday.
And it's based on Muhammad's lesson, which really digs into this.
Right. And as that lesson points out, it's more than just small talk, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Being able to chat about your weekend smoothly, it really shows your practical, real-world English skills.
Where does it usually come up?
Well, everywhere. Chatting with friends, colleagues, those little moments at work.
The water cooler chat.
Exactly. Or even language exams sometimes. It's
Yeah.
just a solid way to show you handle everyday conversation.
Because it brings in things like future tenses.
Future time, yeah, and vocabulary for common activities. It all comes together.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit. Why is this such a common thing? Weekends? I mean,
They're the break, aren't they? The applause everyone gets.
yeah, the universal pause button.
Yeah.
And asking about plans is just like a standard way to connect.
A go-to method.
Yeah.
Find some common ground. Hey, what are you up to? Or maybe on Monday, how was your weekend?
Right, it's just a natural conversation starter. So getting this right can really make your English sound, well, more polished, more practical.
And what's really interesting, I think, is how subtle word choices can change the meaning.
How so?
Well, Mohammed's lesson gives some great sentence starters that go beyond just, I will do this. It shows the nuances
Nuances in what sense?
in how certain you are about your plans. Like, have you noticed the difference between saying, I'm going to, versus maybe I might?
Oh, absolutely. One feels definite, the other's kind of vague.
Exactly. And Mohammed breaks this down really nicely based on how firm the plans are.
So if you're like 100% sure, what would you use?
Then you'd go for things like, this weekend, I'm going to.
Yeah.
Or I'm planning to. Maybe even, I've got plans to.
Okay, so those signal real commitment.
Definitely. But then, if things are a bit more, up in the air,
Less certain.
yeah, that's where you get phrases like, I'll probably, or I might, or even, hopefully I'll, which adds a bit of desire.
What about if you really haven't decided?
Then something like, not sure yet, but I'm thinking about, works perfectly. It shows the plan's still cooking.
It's subtle, but it's a big difference, isn't it? Native speakers just do it automatically.
Totally. You wouldn't say, I'm going to the park if you're just, vaguely considering it if the weather's nice.
Right. You'd probably say, I might go to the park.
Exactly.
Okay, this is where it gets, I think, really useful. The sheer variety of weekend activities.
Oh, yeah. There's loads.
And Mohammed's lesson actually categorizes them, which is super helpful for, like, organizing the vocabulary.
Good structure.
So let's start with the relaxing weekend, my personal favorite.
Huh. Same here. Who doesn't love one of those?
And the words we use here make it sound natural, right? Not just, I will relax.
No, definitely not. You'd say stuff like, I just want to chill out. Or maybe, I'm hoping to sleep in.
Sleep in is a classic.
It really is.
Yay.
I also like, I'll probably stay in and relax. And the very relatable one,
Which is
I'm going to watch Netflix and do absolutely nothing.
perfect. Sometimes that's just what you need.
Totally. Like the example in the lesson. After such a busy week, I'm really looking forward to sleeping in and just having a chilled weekend at home.
See, chilled weekend. That sounds so much more natural than just relaxing weekend.
Yeah, chilled is a green informal word there.
Okay, so flipping the coin, the social weekend, this is all about seeing people.
Right. Connecting with others.
What kind of language comes up here?
Well, very commonly you'll hear, I'm meeting up with some friends. Super casual, or getting more specific, we're going out for drinks or coffee or dinner.
If there's an event.
You might say, there's a party on Saturday night. And visiting family is huge for weekends, so I'm visiting my family is key.
Plus everyday stuff.
Like
Yep.
catch a movie or go shopping. Those often happen with other people.
Yeah.
The example given was pretty good. I'm catching up with some friends I haven't seen in a while. We're going out for dinner Saturday night.
That covers the what and the why, the catching up part.
Exactly. Makes it more complete.
All right, what about people who like to get moving? The active or fun weekend.
Yeah, getting outdoors or doing something lively.
What vocabulary fits here?
Okay, so you've got activity verbs like going hiking, going to the beach, going for a bike ride.
Right.
If there's something happening locally, maybe there's a festival in town. Or, for sports fans, we're going to a football match.
Weekend trips.
Yeah, I'm taking a short trip somewhere.
Yeah.
Fits here too. Or even just expressing the general idea, I want to get outdoors and enjoy the weather.
Makes sense.
And the example they used was, if it's sunny, I'm going to the park to play some football with friends. Then maybe grab some food afterward.
Nice. It links the activity, the condition, if it's sunny, and a possible follow-up.
Yeah, very typical planning.
Now, let's be honest. Weekends aren't always pure fun and games. Sometimes you got to get stuff done.
Yes, the productive weekend. Reality bites.
So what are the essential phrases for that kind of weekend?
Well, you might say, I've got a few errands to run. Very common.
Errands.
Shopping, post office, little tasks. Or if you're behind on things, I need to catch up on work or catch up on studying.
On house stuff.
Oh, yeah. Cleaning the house and doing laundry. That's a weekend staple for many.
Or planning ahead.
Exactly. Organizing my week ahead.
Yeah.
Some people do that. Or working on side projects. I'll be working on a personal project. The example was, this weekend's going to be productive. I've got some studying to do and a few things to organize at home. Pretty clear focus there.
And then there are those weekends, maybe the best kinds sometimes, where nothing's set in stone.
The flexible or uncertain plans, yes.
How do you talk about that without just sounding, I don't know, flaky?
Huh. Good question.
That-
You can use phrases like, nothing's fixed yet. That's totally fine.
Or,
I might do something spontaneous. Or the classic British excuse, it depends on the weather.
oh yeah, that covers a lot.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Or just, honestly, I haven't really thought about it.
And the ultimate flexible phrase.
Probably. We'll see how I feel. Covers all bases.
Like the example, I haven't planned anything specific yet. Maybe I'll go out, or maybe I'll just stay in and relax.
Perfect illustration.
Yeah.
Leaves all options open.
Okay, so we know what we might do, but talking about when is also key, right? Those little time words.
Absolute crucial for clarity. Muhammad's lesson lists the important ones, specific parts of the day. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, or on Sunday night.
In broader terms.
Things like all day Saturday or just over the weekend. And generally during the day or at night.
So you can combine them.
Yeah, definitely. Like the example, Saturday morning, I've got a few things to do, but I'll have the whole afternoon free to relax.
See, that gives a really clear picture of the timing.
Exactly.
But it's not just about the logistics, is it? The what and the when. There's also the feeling.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Adding emotion is what makes it sound human, engaging.
How do we do that naturally?
Well, you can show you're looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Or just as simple, I'm excited.
And if you're not excited,
You could say, I'm not really in the mood to go out, maybe. Or if you really need downtime, I just need some time to myself.
what about really strong excitement?
Then you crank it up with, I can't wait.
It makes such a difference, adding that feeling.
It really does. Like the example, I've had such a long week. Honestly, I just want to relax and recharge this weekend. You instantly understand why they want to relax.
Yeah, it adds context, makes it relatable.
Totally.
Okay, and conversation is a two-way thing. We need to ask others, too.
Right? Can't just talk about ourselves.
So how do we ask politely, naturally,
Lots of friendly ways. The direct approach. What are your plans for the weekend?
a bit more casual?
Doing anything special this weekend or got anything fun planned that's nice and light?
Mm-hmm.
You could also specify the days. Any exciting plans for Saturday or Sunday?
And the super common, easy one.
Just, what are you up to this weekend? Always works.
Simple.
The example, hey, got any plans for the weekend? Feels really informal and friendly. Key is sounding genuinely interested.
Right, not like you're ticking a box.
Exactly.
Okay, just a quick bonus thought before we wrap. We've talked about future plans. What about past weekends? When we're catching up on Monday morning.
Oh, good point. Yeah, that's equally common.
So what changes?
The main thing is you switch to past tenses, obviously.
Right.
So you'd say things like, I had a great weekend, or give specifics. We went hiking and had a picnic.
What if it was quiet?
You could say, I stayed home and watched a lot of TV, or just, it was really relaxing.
Is it okay to say you didn't do much?
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
didn't really do much, totally normal and fine to say.
Okay.
The example was, my weekend was nice and quiet. I just stayed in and read a book. It was exactly what I needed.
Oh,
Describes a simple weekend positively.
yeah, frames it well. Okay, so let's try and pull this all together.
The big picture.
Being able to talk about your weekend plans fluently, naturally, It's just a core English skill, comes up constantly.
Definitely.
We've looked at different types of weekends: relaxing, social, active, productive, flexible.
And the vocabulary that goes with each, plus how to mention when things are happening.
And maybe most importantly, weaving in how you feel about those plans.
Adds that personal touch,
Hmm.
makes the conversation real.
So remember, everyone listening, you've got this expanded toolkit now. Different ways to start talking about your plans depending on how sure you are.
Right. Whether it's all mapped out or still kind of hazy.
So think about your next weekend. Give some of these phrases a try. See how they feel.
You might surprise yourself how much more natural you sound just by tweaking a few words.
Yeah, that's your homework, maybe. And here's a final little thought to chew on.
Oh,
Does the way we talk about our weekends, whether we emphasize relaxing or seeing people or getting jobs done, does that kind of reflect our priorities?
interesting point. Like a little window into what matters to us.
Maybe. And understanding those little signals and how others talk about their weekends could perhaps improve our communication overall.
That's quite deep, and you could even think about how this whole weekend chat thing compares across different languages and cultures.
Does everyone ask, what are you doing this weekend?
Is the vocabulary different? The emphasis. Yeah, lots to explore there. Definitely food for thought.